The Galaxy S6 is coming, and it seems very likely that it's coming during Mobile World Congress in just a few weeks, which we will be at. So in honor of this new flagship from Samsung showing its face in the very near future, I thought I would tell you 6 things you can expect from the Galaxy S6. We're taking all the stats from recent leaks, rumors, and inside sources that we have. So without further ado, I present to you 6 things you can expect and take to the bank for Samsung's latest Galaxy S6. Start with the brains of the thing, and that's the processor. It's become super apparent that Samsung's going to launch a Galaxy S6 with its own 64-bit Exynos processor on board, which is an absolute beast, instead of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 processor. Rumors have hinted, and Qualcomm denied it, that Samsung ran into overheating issues, even though other manufacturers may not have, and ultimately decided just to bail completely on the SD810. The company typically launched its own Qualcomm variant of their phones in the US. However, I'm super interested to see if it's going to affect the US launch of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Perhaps they don't have enough of those Exynos chips for all the US carriers. My bet, they're ramping up manufacturing really fast so we can get that super sweet chip. So we talked about the brains. What about the beauty? What's the thing going to look like? So several leaked photos and renders from case makers and others provided a pretty solid look what we think the final Galaxy S6 design is going to look like. It almost certainly looks like Samsung's going to employ a metal frame similar to what we saw on the Galaxy Note 4 and the Galaxy Alpha. I can't say on the record this is going to be the best designed Galaxy S smartphone to date, but you kind of expect that with every new one. But I still think it's going to look beautiful and hopefully not much more plastic. So we talked about brains and body. What about what's going to shoot your brains and body? Galaxy S5 has a 16-megapixel camera, and apparently Samsung is going to step up its game with a new 20-megapixel model. Should be pretty badass. So 20 megapixels should mean way sharper images we ever had before. Though as Apple HTC approved in the past, it's not always the megapixel count that matters, but I don't know. More's got to be better, right? At least if you want to just zoom in for a lot. Leaked photos that we've seen have backed up these rumors, with a large camera module appearing on the back of what we think is the alleged Galaxy S6. Galaxy S5 already takes some pretty solid photos, so I think it can only get better with the Galaxy S6. Samsung seems to learn a lot model year over model year, so I expect the Galaxy S6 to be pretty baller in the camera department. So I don't usually talk about superpowers in phone videos, but I think the Galaxy S6 might have, this is probably the most speculative of all of these, back panel superpowers. In late January, a rumor cropped up suggesting that Samsung may sell special back cover accessories that add different functions to the Galaxy S6. So there are various functions supposedly to these covers, and the rumor has it that Samsung is going to launch one that might be able to measure your blood sugar for glucose, if you're diabetic, for example, and other features that might give you a Yoda phone-like e-ink display, notifications on the back for reading. The report also synced up with different fitness machines to provide information for your workout that'll sync with S Health. Essentially, it's got a proprietary connector on the back, different back plates to let it do different things. And also, one cover might allow you to boost a 20-megapixel camera by even further supporting special lenses created by third-party developers. That might mean things like audio clip, like functionality for different lenses, and also fisheye attachment and super zoom and all kinds of other stuff. This one's, again, more speculative. I think that would be absolutely awesome and open up just a ton of new features and also more revenue for Samsung, and so it'll probably be proprietary connector on the back. They can license the hell out of it. One of the features that I'm most excited about is definitely the least sexy, and it's the new TouchWiz. So of all the features removed for the Galaxy S6, this one, again, I'm drooling for. Samsung's apparently finally ready to dial back TouchWiz, allowing for a more pure Android 5.0 live-pop experience out of the box. Excuse me while I just do a happy dance. Rumor has it the company will still offer plenty of other additional software features, but that users can download them on their own instead of finding them all preloaded on the device immediately. Hallelujah! Lightening up TouchWiz can also improve overall performance on the device. Everything should run just way smoother, way smaller footprint, have more storage. Everybody's just happy. And last but not least, quicker Android updates that ties into the last thing we just talked about. Because a lot of TouchWiz features will be app-based, it means the core OS will be updated much quicker. Samsung can get those updates out to their carriers quicker, which means we will get quicker updates to Android and not have to wait months and months and months and months and months. Instead, only have to wait months and months and months in order to get the latest version of Android that gets endowed from Google. Overall, this is the most excited I've been for a Galaxy S series device since I think the Galaxy S4. If we get things that are more Android-like, at least more native Android-like, those crazy back covers, better cameras, I think Samsung's going to have a huge hit on their hands. The Galaxy S5 was not the runaway success they thought it might be. I think they had hit the reset button a little bit for the 6th iteration. But if these rumors come to fruition, they're going to have a gigantic hit on their hands. What do you guys think? If this is the phone you want to get, you're not excited about it, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Give the video a thumbs up. If you like new smartphones, you always appreciate it. Until next time, I'm John Render from Techno Buffalo. I'll talk to you, dear friend, in the next video.